Now what's interesting is the location of this house is this little road that we've just followed goes to this brick house. This family settled here in 1805. In 1805 there was no Bryce Road, there was no Shannon Road. There really wasn't a national road to speak of. And what brought them to this site in the, I think they had 1,000 acres of land, and it may be, just speculating, that this was an old Indian trail, because a lot of times our initial roads are just old trails that go back to prehistoric times. So we'll probably never know, but it's certainly as far away from Bryce Road and Shannon Road
as you can get. So unlike your grandfather's farm, this thing probably was very much of a working farm, producing some type of product. I
would say it was farming up until early 90s.
Really?
Mid-90s. I've just guessed from being through it. My granddaddy's farm on McNaughton Road, they stopped farming like 1949, so we saw it as a
gentleman's farm. We kind of take it for granted, don't we?
This barn, as I heard it, was completely full of lumber, stacks of lumber everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
And people stole them?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, somebody made a payday. Somebody made a payday.
I just want to see this stuff used. I hate to see it. I'll have to get them to you whenever you
yeah, we will. You got them on electronic file, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I did I was in the house. As far as I know, we can't get in the house for a while, so.
Looks like an addition, huh? Like they put an addition in here, an older...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is, I was talking about those half-round doors up there. That was to make way for this addition that they put on.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at the back. They put their tractors in there.
Yeah, we got a corn crib back here. And here we get to see the vents.
All right.
You can see how they're just square. There's nothing, no detail to accent them. But it's board and batten, I believe they call that.
Board and batten?
Yeah, the little beams that come down and stick out.
Huh.
And we got the corn crib here. Again, we got the hand-hewn timbers on the outside here. And there's a beautiful log. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that piece.
That's gorgeous. Hand-hewn timbers, you know, would have been put up the same time as the barn, whenever that was. But, you know, they had to build barns almost as soon as they got onto the land.
Look at that cement work, too. Solid. Not exactly artistic.
Shore up the back ramp to the barn, which is right there.
Okay, now we're on top of in the second floor of the barn.
Yeah, and this barn is hand-hewn beams where they take a tree and cut it down and square the logs, put it together with wooden pins. You know, in 45 or whenever it was built, there was a barn raising to hoist up all of this timber, and probably a square dance and a feast to go with it, because that's what they did back then.
Imagine.
Time is truly echoing in these walls, and it's not a high style architecture barn. It's a pretty functional, The vents don't have any fancy curly cues to echo a Victorian era, which makes me think it's in the 1850s or earlier. I think later on you start getting circular saw marks on the beams instead of the mark of the adze. Look at the planks for the floor.
Yeah.
Just wide.
You know, somebody's going to make a lot of money off these planks because this is the kind of stuff salvagers do. You know.
Now here the barn doors have been cut because they put an addition on. And so originally, as far as I can tell, the barn came up to here. It was probably like a hill coming up to this entrance. And it would have been square doors, 2 square doors, 1 big door. But then when they put this addition on, they had to cut the doors down to surround them.
Yeah. Good,
So,
good thinking.
the bank is, I think you call it a bank barn, you know, built into a hill. That gives you the first floor that we came in on. Look at these adze marks are just beautiful, and these beams.
Look at that camera. Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't that awesome?
It's the color of the wood.
Yeah, it
See
really
right
comes
here?
out in the video.
See the mark of your
Oh, wow.
your adze.
Yeah.
And you just imagine the days that they put this together and put this up, how proud they were of it, and how hard they worked.
I'm glad we're getting this.
I'll have to get them to you whenever you
Yeah, we will. You got them on electronic file, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I was in the house. As far as I know, we can't get in the house very long, so. This barn, as I heard it, was completely full of lumber, stacks of lumber everywhere.
Really?
Yeah,
And people stole them?
yeah.
Wow.
You
Oh,
know,
somebody made a payday. Somebody made a
I just
payday.
want to see this stuff used. I hate to see it go. You know, that's part of putting the trespass on.
Yeah.
You know,
Somebody actually lit a fire going with wooden pins times from marking too.
one can just imagine. And
Oh, wow, look at that.
it's got 1 pane of glass left in it. A lot of times, the 6/6 window would be the original window of the house. 6 panes and then another with 6 panes. And then as the Victorian era came along, it was, hey, get rid of those window panes and just have 1 big sheet of glass, you know, two panes basically,
Yeah.
1 over 1. And so then the old 6/6 would go into the bar or somewhere for storage.
Kind of take it for granted, don't we?